Oh, Mario Gotze. It was only going to be a matter of time, actually, before a player got really cross with me. And he's spoken to the media, interestingly. Mario, he decided to speak to the media, which I'm not a fan of. What I am a fan of is actually this journalist's face. Look at that face. I mean, what is going on? He's got a massive forehead. Like, that forehead is huge, but, you know, he's trying to make a living for himself in the football world, so I won't try and drag him down by talking about his massive forehead. The real story is Mario Gotze. Basically, Mario, he wants a bit of game time. And I said to him before, no, because Shinji Kagawa, who plays in the same position, said, can I have game time? And we sort of reluctantly said, kind of, but he wasn't very happy. Gotze wants to come and just play in a position that isn't even available in our squad. And we said no, and now he's got cross with me, he's talking to the media. It's not great, I'll be honest with you. It's not, especially because he's the team leader. I probably should have thought about that before I said no to him, because he's a team leader, and there's a good chance that he's going to get the players against me. So he's trying to force a move away from the club, apparently. How do I intend to handle the situation? Well, you know what? I'm the manager at the end of the day. If he doesn't want to be here, he doesn't have to... Oh, there's more questions. I just thought it'd be one question. I literally answered that one saying, if he doesn't want to be here, you know, you can go as far as I'm you know, that's fine by me. Do you not perhaps fear that giving in so easily will lead to other players in the squad losing respect for your authority as manager? Well, that's a good point, Miguel Sales. That's a good point, Miguel. Very nice German name, that. I'm sure there are German people called Miguel, but, you know, I wouldn't have thought there's many. Okay, so players might lose respect for my authority. What do I have to say about that? I have no reason to be concerned. It's a very isolated incident. The rest of the squad seem perfectly happy with their careers right now. We'll say that. There is two questions from Planet Football. Thank you, Miguel, for that little quick press conference. That was nice. On to today's episode, though. Today, we're playing against Barcelona and Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga. It's going to be a massive episode. Two massive teams to play against. We played Barcelona in between episodes as well. It didn't quite go as well as I would have hoped. We lost 3-0 to them, basically. We lost 3-0. But we'll get on to it first. We played the Stuttgart game first after last episode. The two wins in the last episode, of course. We played Stuttgart first of all. A 2-0 win with Shinji Kagawa actually scoring there. He came on to play that game, scored a goal, did quite well for himself. Marco Reus also getting on the score sheet. We then went to Barcelona and lost it 3-0. Luis Suarez with 2 and Arta with the goal in the 78th minute. We didn't play very well at all. Ashraf came on, got injured again. Not really very good. He only came on for like the last 5 minutes as well, but he still managed to pick up an injury in that time, which was kind of poor. Not very good. After that, though, we did redeem ourselves with a 3-1 win over Hertha Berlin. Diallo, Alcacer and Maximilian Philipp with the goals there, which is good stuff. We then played Duisburg in the Cup. I think that's how I'm saying it. I probably said it wrong, but Marco Reus got a brace in that game and got injured in that game to make it 2-1. And then last time out, we had a very disappointing game against Wolfsburg. Only a 1-1 draw there. Wolfsburg sitting 15th, I think, in the table, which isn't great. You know, it wasn't the best result, but I suppose we've been pretty good so far in the league. We won every game apart from 2, 1 loss, 1 draw. It's pretty good. It means that we still sit top of the Bundesliga table. You know, I'm finding this a little bit easy, actually. Freiburg, for whatever reason, the team that are the ones that are catching us up. I didn't think Freiburg were actually like that good, basically. If we look at how they've done in recent years, I mean, last season they finished 15th. Only just avoided relegation. So they're doing pretty well this season, somehow. Bayern Munich actually sitting down in 5th right now, only on 17 points. Seem to have drawn quite a lot of games. So, interestingly, I mean, that's good for us, obviously. Very good for us. They're currently 7 points adrift of us, which is great. But they're still Bayern Munich. They can still, you know, beat anyone on their day. So I'm still a bit nervous for that game, but I think we should be good enough to beat them. Other than that, not really much to tell you about the save. Just the incident with Marco, not Marco Reus. Marco Reus is very happy at the club. Mario Gotze, the incident with him. There's been a few things sort of been said. Some players are happy with the increased amount of football they're getting. We spoke about last episode was a bit weird. I mean, it was a weird one. I recorded everything and then just the microphone wasn't turned. Is it turned on now? It is turned on now, that's good. Last episode, both these players did talk to me and say we want more first-team football, and I've been giving it to them since then. We have promised Mario Gotze that we will sell him, just because he's going to get on my back otherwise, and I don't really want that. He's a team leader, so I sort of have to give in to some sort of his demands, otherwise he will get the whole team on me. But we still have 308 days for that, and in that time he may change his mind. So not to worry too much about Gotze right now, but he has been a little bitch, basically. Just a quick reminder as well, if you want to enter the giveaway competition for the book on Jurgen Klopp that inspired this whole save, the giveaway ends at midnight tonight. So you've got one last chance to go down into the description, click on the link to enter, and then we'll reveal a winner in the next few days or so. Right, we've still got a couple of days actually until the Barcelona game. I just wanted to do that interview with Mario Gotze because it looked kind of interesting. I thought it'd be an edgy way to get into the episode. It may have been, it may not have been, but we might play We may play whatever he's called, Gotze in this episode. Oh, now Turpak is like really cross with me as well. He's rubbish as well. That's the issue. That's why he's not playing. He's just rubbish. Apparently he's dropping hints that he wants to leave the club, according to Marco Roy. So let's discuss it with him. I've heard a few things around the place that you've got some concerns. Anything I can help with? And he comes back and says, usually with these kind of things, you can be quite lucky. And they're just like, no, I'm a little bit upset at the moment, but actually it means a lot that you can talk to me. Let's not talk about it. So that's usually quite nice. But this time he actually wants to talk about it. So I'm going to say I'm willing to guarantee you starts in the cup. And he's not content with just cup football. I mean, how good is he? If we're being honest with ourselves here, 3-star. I mean, he's apparently actually the second best. So, okay, maybe I'm overlooking him a little bit. In that case, we'll go back to the chat. We'll start in a few games too. I thought he was only about 2-star, but apparently he's a bit better. So I've been overlooking him for quite some time. I'm sorry, Omar or Irma. I didn't mean it. The cracks are really starting to appear in my managerial abilities in this episode already. This is the 6th episode, and already half a team want to leave. Irma, Mario Gotze. Less than half a team then, but 2 of them want to at least. Anyway, after all that, we're here for the game against Barcelona. We're playing at home today. We lost the away leg 3-0, as I said earlier, but we could do a job at home, I reckon. I think it's a bit of a different atmosphere, different setting. I think we could do a decent job. So we're going to stick with our usual Gegenpress style play. Berkey obviously in goal. We're back to a pretty much full strength lineup. We've got Guerrero at left back. We're going to bring Turpak in today at centre back. He's actually not that good at being a ball-playing defender, but we'll try him anyway for today's game. Or is that wise against Barcelona? It's probably not wise against Barcelona. Okay, let's get him out of the squad. Let's put him on the bench at least. Zagadou can come in, but he's only 2.5 stars, so we'll bring back Akanji onto the pitch. Diallo partners Akanji then at centre-back with Hakimi at right-back. An unchanged midfield pretty much. Witsel, Dahoud and Weigl. Royce and Pulisic up in the wings, and Alcacer is starting up front. You can sort of start to see now in the past few episodes that I've sort of, picked a side and sort of stick with it pretty much now. Players try and get in. We rotate players a little bit, but not massively. Mario Gotze is going to be on the bench today, even though he's had a hissy fit with me. I mean, we may as well try and make a bit of a storyline out of this, because this could be good for the press. The press could love this, and then I get in the press quite a bit, and that'd be good because then I can maybe get paid more because the board think I'm really good at being in the press. I don't know. Either way, kickoff is upon us here today at the what's the stadium called? Signal Iduna Park. That's the one. Now, I didn't show you the Champions League table earlier on because it's a little bit complicated. It's not really. As things stand right now, we're drawing with Barcelona and we find ourselves on 7 points. But as you can see here, Salzburg also on 7 points. We beat Salzburg, but Salzburg beat Pleasant, and they actually went and beat Barcelona as well at some point. We must have missed it last episode when we played Victoria Pleasant. Obviously I did because I didn't know about it until the other game. But essentially, Salzburg have done pretty well, and now it's still an open group, basically. It's still a very, very open group, and there's still a danger, actually, that we might not qualify, although Paco Alcacer, 13 minutes into the game, puts us 1-0 up against Barcelona, puts us on 9 points in the group, then. We'll see this update in just a second. So we temporarily go on to 9 points. If results stays like this, we stay like that. Salzburg currently drawing with Pleasant, I think, to go on 7 points. And Barcelona find themselves only on 6 points if results stay as they are. Now, of course, after this, I still fully back Barcelona to go and qualify from the group. I can't see Red Bull Salzburg beating them for a second time. Hopefully they don't beat us, because that would be pretty bad. But I did say in that first episode, Salzburg are a decent side. And, we got very lucky playing Salzburg. We did seem to dominate them. But I'd say they're a decent side, and I did say it'd be a tough challenge. And actually, Barcelona found it was a tough challenge because they lost to them. I just thought Paco Alcacer, he is actually a Barcelona player, isn't he? So there must be some... I can't click on him. I can't. Yeah, he's on loan from Barcelona. So obviously, because usually when you have players come in from their parent club, they can't play against them. Usually there's a clause in the contract that said you can't play against the parent club. Clearly, there's no clause in this particular loan deal because he's playing against Barcelona. So he's actually... This goal here could potentially knock Barcelona out of the Champions League, which is mental. He's done that. He's done that to his own club. What a snake. He can't ever go back there. That's the issue now. If he goes back there and they get knocked out of the Champions League, the fans are going to hate him. But it's half-time now. Half the job is done. His future is halfway sealed, basically. That's the way I see it. He may as well be an Espanyol player, because that would be awful, wouldn't it? I hope it's Espanyol that are the other team in Barcelona or near Barcelona. I feel like it is, but I may have got that completely wrong. Either way, though, they are coming forward in the second half. This is their first highlight. In fact, this is the second highlight of the game. There haven't been many highlights at all in this game, and they're coming forward now, Barcelona. They've always got to be a threat. They're always a threat, aren't they? Ball back to Ter Stegen. Not the best. Royce gets the tackle in. Royce puts it in the back of the net. Ter Stegen with an absolutely ridiculous mistake there. Royce pounces on it, makes it 2-0. I mean, this is it. Surely we've won this game. We can just seal it out now. There's a chance now for Barcelona, although Hakimi gets in the way. They're back to Berkey, who can come forward with it now. He puts it up to Pulisic. Pulisic on the ball. Number 22 coming forward down the middle of the pitch. Gets out towards Dahoud. Dahoud in towards Royce. Royce, nearly get on the end of that back pass. That would have been another bad mistake from the Barcelona players in the Barcelona defence. But we still have the ball. Dahoud with a very poor pass to Coutinho. Although we get it back. Pulisic on the ball. Can he just pull it across the area? Paco Alcacer with a second goal. It's 3-0 against Barcelona. 3-0 against Barcelona, and a Barcelona player has technically scored 2 of the goals for us. Actually, I think Salzburg and Pleasant played earlier. I think they must have drawn earlier. I think they did kick off early. So they have drawn. So as things stand, we are going to finish today's episode on top of our Champions League group. Salzburg do have the chance to knock out Barcelona, because I think they play Barcelona next and we play Pleasant next. I think that's how it is. So if Salzburg beat Barcelona and we beat Pleasant, that's Barcelona knocked out the competition, which is absolutely crazy as Pulisic just hits the post. This is an incredible performance. We're going to make a few changes out there because there's a few tired faces, especially in defence. Guerrero and Witsel both looking tired. We'll bring Terpak on. We'll bring Terpak on for Witsel, I think. I think he can kind of play there. And we'll also bring on... we haven't got a left back, unfortunately. We do. Toljan can kind of play left back. We'll bring him on there. Paco. He scored 2. This is the best game he's ever played for me, and he's now got injured. What is it? Potential foot injury. Please don't be a broken leg. Philip is going to come on the pitch. He's been a bit cross on me actually as well, because he's not played too much, but he's been a little bit calmer about things. He's not been getting too aggy, but again, he's been a little bit cross. Corner forward in the 87th minute. Marco Reus onto the head of Dahoud. Akanji gets on the end of it. I think Dahoud's header got blocked. Akanji gets on the end of it, and it's 4-0 now against Barcelona. They have absolutely capitulated. And there we go. Borussia Dortmund 4, Barcelona 0. I think that is the biggest win we've had all season. I genuinely think I think that is the biggest win we've had all season. We'll just double check that in a second, but I'm proud of your performance. No one gave us a chance out there. Fantastic stuff. 4-0. 4-0. Okay, Paco Alcacer out for 3 to 4 weeks with twisted ankle. That's not as bad as I thought it could be. Of course, it's not ideal. We've got Philip, though. He's kind of good up front. We do have a few good young strikers, actually, in the B team and the under-19 team we could look at as well if we need to. So we just beat Barcelona 4-0. The biggest win, apart from a 9-0 win in a friendly, in competitive games are the 3-0 wins over Salzburg, Hoffenheim. Just those two, actually. So that's the biggest win I've had on Football Manager 2019, competitively. And it was against Barcelona. Mental. Oh, yeah. Just another player looking to force a move away from the club. It's Marius Wolf, actually, who is going to be the replacement striker for Paco Alcacer. So actually, Wolf might actually be happy for the next 3 or 4 weeks. So maybe he'll get off my back a little bit. Although I don't think he was actually on it. I thought he was kind of okay with not playing. That's what he seemed to tell me, but it shows what I know. All right, Mario. You're asking for game time, but you've got a 6.3... But you've got a 6.35 training rating. The worst of everyone. So, I mean, what am I meant to do? You don't play any position that we have on the pitch in our formation right now. You're an attacking midfielder. We don't use that. You're really bad at training, clearly. And you've badmouthed me to the press. You're not really going the best way about trying to get picked, are you? Right, I don't really want to change too much for this Bayern Munich game. But Paco has to come off for Maximilian. It's Philip who plays up front. I thought it was Wolf who plays up front. That's why I was like, I thought... Philip's one's getting cross with me. Wolf has also been getting cross with me, but he's not going to play because he can't. Axel Witzel's looking really tired. He's got a high injury risk. He's looking very tired. So we're going to take him off. And I have just slagged him off for not training very well. But Mario Gotze, show me what you're all about then. Show me what you're all about. Go in that attacking midfield position and show me what you're all about. Because if you play well, maybe I'll change my mind about you. Right then, kickoff is upon us. We're being very kind and letting Bayern Munich have the kickoff in our home ground. Freiburg, they must have kicked off earlier on today. I haven't really been paying much attention to the results. We're the only team playing right now, so obviously they did play earlier on. Must have won their game, so they go 1 point ahead of us as things stand. Freiburg doing so well. I'm just impressed by Freiburg. I wish I was a Freiburg manager at the moment. First highlight of the game, though, looks like it is going towards Bayern Munich as they come down this left-hand side of the pitch. Ball back towards Alaba. Martinez now on the ball, but his pass is very poor. Guerrero gets on him. Philip now coming forward on the ball in towards Marco Reus. If he can get it out to the right-hand side, he's got players waiting. Gotze, fair play, had a decent shot there, bounces back off the crossbar. He's really trying to prove a point out there. He's actually on the ball right now. He gets out towards Marco Reus, and Marco Reus looking for the cross, puts it into Pulisic, although it is cleared, and Gnabry can come forward in towards Kingsley Coman now, who's a player that I love him on Football Manager. I've played with him once or twice with some teams. I think he's a really great player. And he's showing why he's a great player. Because he just put Lewandowski through to score his 8th goal of the season. How has Lewandowski got 8 goals this season? A team with Lewandowski, Coman, Alaba, Martinez, Kimmich, Boateng, Neuer. How are they only 5th in the table? It's crazy. We can afford to lose to Bayern Munich today. Wouldn't be great, obviously, but we are still 5 points clear of them. We're only 2 points behind Freiburg, and we're 3 points ahead of Bayer Leverkusen. So we'd still be in a pretty good position. We do have a chance to score now, though, as the Hood comes forward with the ball. His ball into Kimmich was pretty poor. Not Kimmich, his ball into Reus wasn't very good. Kimmich got on the end of it. Weigl, though, into Philip now. Pulisic on the ball. Can he put it back across? Philip hits the crossbar this time. Mario Gotze can't get any of it. Pulisic once again on the ball. Gets it out to Weigl. We're putting the pressure on now. It's the second time we've hit the crossbar now. It may not be our day. If that's what's happening, it may not be our day today. Well, we've had a very dominant first half there in terms of, well, not quite possession, but in terms of the other stats, we have had a pretty dominant first half. But we are on the back foot in the main stat, which is the scoreline. We're going to go assertive at half-time. And lucky boys, things haven't quite gone right for us. Players look relaxed and motivated, which is good to see. Hopefully in the second half, we'll just take the ball by the horns and slot a few goals past Manuel Neuer. Let me know in the comment section, how do you rate Manuel Neuer right now as a player? Because obviously he was injured last season, but then still played for Germany in the World Cup. But obviously Germany got knocked out in the World Cup in the group stages. Would you still put him in the top 3 goalkeepers? Or would you not put him in the top 3 goalkeepers? Would you say he's the best goalkeeper in the world still? Or would you say someone else is? Obviously, on his day, when he's playing his best, he is. But consistency-wise, I don't think he is, which is a little bit harsh maybe on him. But Julian Weigl puts it in the back of the net, and he has something to say about Manuel Neuer being the best goalkeeper in the world, and he doesn't think he is because he scored past him. So back in the game now, Julian Weigl with the goal there, assisted by Hakimi there. Gotze not getting involved there. I want Gotze to score, honestly. I want Gotze to score. Time to make changes, though, out there. We do need to change things in midfield and defence, I believe. Although we watch his highlight first. Muller tackled by De Hood, although the ball went straight to Kingsley Coman, saved, though, by the goalkeeper. We need to make some changes out there because, as you can see, I'm not quite sure why ratings are so squeezed over there. Can we just bring that in a little bit, please? Hakimi and Guerrero both on yellow cards and looking quite tired. We'll bring Toljan on for Hakimi, I reckon. And then in that midfield, Pulisic hasn't played very well. Neither's Reus, to be fair. We're going to bring Bruns Larsen on for Pulisic, I think. That's the change we'll make right now. We may bring Kagawa on later on for Gotze, because Kagawa has played well when he does play. We've got a corner now. Gotze, though, with the corner. It's just wide by Reus there from the rebound there. Pretty unlucky stuff. We're going to go push forward for these final 10 minutes or so. We really want to make a concerted push forward. We've had 18 shots in this game. 18 shots, 7 on target. We should have scored more. We've hit the crossbar twice as well, to be fair. Really, we should be winning this game, but for some reason we're not. We may have one last chance in this game. The ball has been put up towards Philip, and he can get the ball across. I thought he could get the ball across to Brun Larsen, but he didn't, and that was a fantastic chance with what, a few seconds or minutes remaining on the clock. We've got 15 seconds. I don't think there's going to be a goal in this game now. I think this is just the ending highlight. Reus coming forward, though. Will he prove us wrong? He gets the ball out to Bruns Larsen. Bruns Larsen on the ball. Back towards Reus. Reus with one last chance. His cross too close to Neuer. And that is that. 1-1 on the night against Bayern Munich. Normally, I'd say that's a fantastic result because it's Bayern Munich. But if you look at those stats, and we hit the crossbar twice, we should have won that game. We really, really should have won that game. And lucky boys, it wasn't our night. I'm going to say that. I don't want to be too cross with them because it is Bayern Munich. But we really should have won that game. And after all that, the draw against Bayern Munich and a 4-0 trouncing of Barcelona, Guerrero now wants to play for a bigger club. What is bigger than Dortmund right now? That's what I want to know. Royce is awful at talking to players. Can you talk to him? He'll say no. He says no straight away. You get on well with Raphael. Please talk to him. I get what you're saying, but I'm not going to do it. This is what I don't like about Royce. He's a team leader, but just doesn't like talking to anyone. He doesn't like confrontation. Let's have a quick discussion with Guerrero then. What's going on, lad? He wants to move on. He's outgrown Borussia Dortmund. What will it take to keep you here? Nothing. Apparently, nothing. All right, Guerrero. Look into my eyes. Yeah, that's right. Look into my eyes. You're not going. That's what I'm saying. It's disappointing you're not listening to me. I need to leave. Can you please wait a bit longer? Can you please? What did I just say? Oh, for God's sake! I thought I'd said please wait longer, but I said I'd let you go. I mean, at least he's happy and he thinks he's leaving the club now. But we'll have to sort this out next episode because I can't go any longer in this episode. We've gone on too long already. It's not great, is it? Next episode, then, I think we're going to do Victoria Pleasant and Werder Bremen, the last Champions League group stage game. We'll have a look at that, see what's going on. After that, we've got 2 games and then the winter break. We've got Schalke there, though. Okay, we have to do Schalke, don't we? Because Schalke are the big rivals with Dortmund, I believe. I think it is. I'm sure it's Schalke. So we're going to play 2 games in between this episode and next episode, but Schalke and Victoria Pleasant coming up after that. Then we'll probably do a game before the winter break and then after the winter break, obviously. So expect Schalke and Victoria Pleasant next episode. Thank you very much for watching today's episode. If you've enjoyed it, make sure you do drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel with notification bells turned on. Get your entry into the giveaway. I forgot what it was called then. Entry into the big giveaway. That ends at midnight tonight, so don't miss it. If you're watching it on Saturday, you've missed it. You're too late, so sorry about that. Other than that, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.